This video will cover the replacement of shifter bushings on a 1982 Volvo 240 M46. This can be completed in a short afternoon. Raise the front of your car with jack stands or ramps. Remove the plastic spacer on the top of the shifter knob, pull the overdrive switch and disconnect the pair of wires. Then pull the knob from the shifter. Unzip the leather cover and separate from the rubber cover. Use a clip remover or similar to unseat the 4 retaining clips supporting the rubber cover to the chassis. Then pull the cover over the shifter. Now, my transmission crossmember and drive shaft were already disconnected because I was working on the overdrive as well. I'm not sure if it is a requirement to remove, but I imagine leaving them in place would make this significantly more difficult. So go ahead and disconnect the crossmember and drive shaft. Now, with easier access to the underside of the shifter, loosen the set screw directly under the shifter and push out the pin from the side. This may require a small punch and vice grips. On the top side, disconnect the reverse indent plate via its 2 screws. Use a small screwdriver or similar to remove the spring retention clip. Pull the shifter from the bracket and remove the old bushings. Disconnect the shifter wires in the cab, which route under the rug to the passenger side of the center console. Remove the remaining bushing components on the underside. Place the shifter on a bench and remove the reverse indent screw. Use a small punch or screwdriver to remove the roll pin in the shifter. Remove the screw on the top of the shifter and remove the plastic grip. Pull the top assembly off and take care not to bend any internal components. Then remove the old shifter bushing. Open, inspect, and compare your new bushings. Mine are bronze and Delrin made by STS Machining. Install the top bushing bronze side down, Delrin side up. Replace the lower shifter components and then the housing. Reinstall the roll pin. Reseat the plastic grip so that it sits under the metal tab and screw them together. Then replace the screw and spacer on the bottom end of the shifter. Clean off the bottom end of the shifter and coat with new grease. Clean and coat the bracket on the transmission with new grease. At this point, I added some extra sound insulation to the shifter area since my shifter foam was pretty deteriorated. Install the new lower bushing, Delrin side down, bronze side up, and then reseat your shifter. Reseat the spring retaining clip, and reinstall the reverse indent plate. Then check the reverse on the shifter for proper function and adjust the plate as needed. Reroute the shifter wires and reconnect. Clean the pin and set screw, applying some Loctite to the latter. Apply some grease too and install the new bushings on the underside of the car. Note that there is a difference. One bushing has a rubber grommet and one does not. The bushing with the rubber goes towards the driver, while the one without the rubber goes towards the passenger. Reinstall the pin and tighten the set screw. Replace your shifter foam. Reattach the crossmember and drive shaft. Replace the rubber and leather boots. Slide the knob back over the shifter. Reconnect the overdrive button and install the plastic spacer. Test for functionality, and after that, you're all done. Enjoy your Volvo 240.